Welcome, everyone. This is so exciting because I get to finally connect with my good friend and soul sister, Catherine. Catherine, we had a mix up last week, but we're finally getting to connect this week. And Catherine has been working with me off and on for a couple of years now. We met through Mia and worked together for about 9 months, almost a year, and then we did some stuff with her sister and Yogesh,
Yes, yeah.
um, and did some different uh, events through Ultimate Retreat, and that was beautiful. So we're now coming back together and going to be doing uh, some, this retreat. And I'm very, very excited about this because it's like the perfect timing. And we both got together today and realized we're both wearing pink. And it just fits
We're
because it was
feeling
both about
yeah, we're
love.
feeling the love. We're feeling the love, Christina.
Yes.
We are. We really are.
Yes.
And it's such an honor to be working with you again. I have always felt from the first time I met you that there was a connection, a very strong connection, and we've both been guided to come together and work together again, which is beautiful. Um, And in terms of what we're offering on this retreat, for me, it's in here. It's just so in here what this is all about. Holding space for other women and allowing them in that space to just grow and connect with themselves on a much deeper level for that divine inner love. And it's a journey that we've been on. I've watched you and you've watched me. We've observed each other, haven't we, on this journey? And to be guided to come together and to assist other women on this journey, for me, it's everything. It's everything. So yeah,
It really is. It's like a gift that keeps on giving.
yeah, yeah, it is. It is. And the guidance we've received as well, in terms of what to um, offer the women coming on the retreat, and anyone who's listening, if you're resonating with this and with what we're saying, you are very, very welcome, because the guidance we've received, there's so many people talking about self-love, but what we've received is very exciting, isn't it? What we're ready to share on this retreat.
Yeah. It's really deep healing,
Yeah,
you know, and it's important to do that for ourselves most of all, but also for others. So we're holding that space so we can offer that ripple effect within our family and our community. It's like that's the gift.
yeah. And I always say, you know, I say as within, so without, because all the assistance and the space I hold for people is about them making those beautiful observations of themselves with compassion, so that they gain a deeper understanding of themselves that makes changes within. And those changes within, when I work with women and I observe how that changes their world without, and I use the terms in my reels and so on, I say self-love and spiritual empowerment, because this divine inner love that we are, it's like a seed, a beautiful seed that's growing. And as it's growing within us, it's getting stronger. It's like the stem is weak to start with, and it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And even if you imagine it growing into a tree, and we get to that point where we've really got that strength within because we're very, very sure in who we are. Life can take us away from who we really are, and it can take us away from seeing ourselves. And then we're at that point where no matter how the wind blows, the tree still stands. And the women I'm working with now, um, there's a group I've been working with for a year, and we're really talking at the moment about everything that's happening and the distractions and the challenges that we're being faced with. And yet, when we've got that divine inner love, that connection within ourselves and with source, that's where we come back to our center. That's the roots. That's the really strong trunk of the tree that we come back to. And that's what we all deserve.
Yeah, we really do. And it's true because we get so distracted by the day-to-day things, we get caught up by the things that go by, and then it's so beautiful when we can connect with Mother Gaia, with Source, and the simplest thing, connecting with that energy, that pure energy can release all of those things and bring us back to clarity
Yes.
and open up new options. And I was just talking to one of my students yesterday about how so many years went by in my life and I didn't know to ask. So I
Yes.
went through so many trials and tribulations not knowing to ask. But once I started to ask, it was amazing because they came in and started to offer all these solutions, things that I wouldn't have ever even thought of. And and then you don't feel so constricted
Yeah.
and things start to become beautiful, even when you're going through difficulties,
Yeah. This
because you know that you have this divine connection.
Yes. And that's the thing now, that's where we're at, with, uh, this deep, divine inner love within us. And we were saying as well that the fact that we're going to Jamaica in the sun, and we've got the energies from Helios coming in very strongly, there's huge shifts coming in. And I think the activations that are going to take place are going to be so powerful. We will be bringing a lot of that energy through to assist us as a group together. And that for me is just wow. And the other thing as well is that we've been given guidance, haven't we? You were given guidance. It's like our spirit guides, our cosmic team. They're
Mhm.
like tag teaming, aren't they?
Yes.
Making sure we both get the same messages. And you got the message about water and that how important as well. We're moving into a phase and people are really receiving. There's lots of people receiving guidance in this that the healing with water is really important. That's coming through very strongly as well. and that's why we've been guided to go here. Particularly, we're so close, aren't we, to the waterfall, and to do some healing at the waterfall, which I think is just going to be so beautiful. Um, and the guidance I've received in that, I mean, obviously, we work intuitively and we will channel it and work intuitively at the time. But the guidance we've received already is just beautiful, isn't it, in terms of how that's going to happen?
Yes, I keep being shown that you're going to do an activation at the waterfall.
Yeah,
And every time I see it, it looks beautiful.
yeah,
Source shows me so many light codes that you're bringing in and so many divine blessings. And it's like a beautiful gift that you're giving us through this waterfall and this beautiful activation. And I'm so excited to be a part of it and just to be in the presence of it. So this has come in, and I'm just so excited because I love waterfalls and I love just the whole aspect of it. So yeah.
yeah. I mean, I've always had an affiliation to water, but that's how it works, isn't it? So I am very strongly being guided now to water healing, and I'll just follow guidance because that's the thing as well, you know, that's coming through very strongly for a lot of us as well. And it will come through. I know it will come through in this retreat for us and for the women, as we because we're doing this together. You know, we're holding space, but it's empowering everybody on the retreat, isn't it, to activate and heal themselves as well. So, yeah, it's really coming through that we've got the water healing as well, but we need to come together as women to activate each other. That's coming through very strongly. And obviously, we've got lot of women's circles and so on and so forth and so on coming through.
Yeah.
Um, so much beautiful work is being
I,
done.
s- I see one activation that we're going to be using the five suns, bringing in the five suns and the energy. And that keeps coming in very strong. Um, I guess I'm getting so emotional because I'm starting to tear up. But yeah, um, that's coming in very strong. It's been coming in for about a week actually, because I can feel the energy from the five suns as we connect with Source. And I can also connect with all the fruits, the tropical fruits we're going to be trying.
Yes.
And so that's exciting. I'm very much looking forward to the two of us offering a cacao ceremony.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
that's
going to
going
be
to be
that's going to be
exciting.
very special. Very, very special because we know that cacao is a really beautiful gift from Mother Nature, a heart opening, isn't it? So, of that is just going to be a beautiful part of it. And I think all of this, in terms of where we are, where we're going to be, we're all activating at the moment. This strong sense of trust. You know, we've I don't know about you, Christina, in this respect, but I think I've observed it in you. Even so, I can't speak for you, but I think I've observed it. You know that we go through on this journey. Sometimes we can go through a kind of a lack of trust in ourselves, and um, not so much our connection, but just a trust in ourselves as women. And that trust is really important. Coming to that place of trust where you're in a place of being able to be in receipt of grace and flow, because you trust you trust yourself, you trust that inner guidance. You
Mhm.
know who you are, you have that inner love, you have that strength within you to trust. And when you're in this place of trust, that's where you can allow things to flow. And I think that's going to come in quite strongly. And I think a lot of women will resonate with that, because we've really been working within the divine masculine in our environments. And so this is a big thing for a lot of us, isn't it? To get that balance right within us.
Yes, actually, it was, last spring, I worked on the divine feminine, and then last fall, I worked with the divine masculine. So when I worked with the divine masculine, one of the things that I activated was divine trust. That
Yes.
came in very strong, and so I activated that on the quantum level in my last retreat because
Beautiful.
it was very it needed to be done.
Yes. And that's so beautiful that those women experience that. And I feel that's going to come through in this also, in this retreat.
It has come in that because this is such a deep healing,
Yes.
that each woman will get their own quantum healing
Yeah.
because they're going to have their own things to heal on the quantum level,
Yeah.
and so that's going to be, they'll have their own things to work on. And then while they're doing that with me, you get to do one. And
Yeah.
hopefully I'll have a chance to do that with you after everything's done because I know your healings are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I think I just feel blessed to be able to do this. And when I see how that impacts other people, and how that helps the women that I work with, and I'm just a pure channel. I'm just a pure channel. I just bring through what they need. And I couldn't have said that about myself actually
Mhm.
before. And it's not from the ego. It's just this recognition that I'm channeling, s- you know, the energies within source for these women, and to see how that assists them is the best. It's just the best. Yeah, I think because I've kind of been on a journey myself that has been challenging and done a lot of healing, and it's not just from this lifetime either, is it? It's from other lifetimes as well that we're healing on the quantum level and so on and so forth. It's so deep. Um, and because of the healing I journey I've been on and still am, um, I'm just so passionate about assisting other women with that journey.
That's beautiful.
Mm,
And through healing other people, we always heal.
yes. Yeah.
It's always a give and take. I love healing other people for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right there, Christina. Absolutely right. But this retreat is going to be something very, very special, because it's like retreats now are beginning to reach another level. And this is another level. So,
Well, not only that, one of the first things we're going to do after, the blessings and stuff is grid work.
yes.
and their intentions. So as we do that, we're going to be putting those intentions down with Mother Gaia.
Yeah,
And so that's going to activate down to the core. And we're
yeah,
going to be offering that healing to the whole grid of Mother
yeah,
Gaia. And I love doing that because we're giving healing to the whole to the whole.
yeah. And that's the thing, isn't it? We're receiving guidance, obviously, and that's how it works because the guidance we'll be receiving will be right for the women coming on the retreat. Um, but it actually starts the whole thing, the absolute center of it is their intentions. Each woman coming on the retreat is bringing their intentions, and that is the starting point. That's the starting point. It's all about them and where they are at when they come onto the retreat. And it's all about them and empowering them in a way that they can receive and grow during this space in Jamaica. Beautiful environment. And wow, they deserve it. They
Yeah,
deserve it because, and if you're listening to this and you're interested in coming, you deserve this. It's hard for us to accept that as well sometimes, isn't it? There's always like a reason why we can't do this or that for ourselves, but this is where we're at.
yeah.
No.
There, there's a lot of times when we get irritated
Yeah,
or triggered by other people. And we're going to be doing several workshops for this retreat, but one of them is a really beautiful one where we get to work through how to take those triggers and turn it around and find ways to find go go in and pause with it to find healing, to find the messages for ourselves, because that has been such a huge growth for me.
yes,
Because every time I get triggered from someone, I realize that's just somewhere in me that needs to heal.
exactly. And I think again, with a lot of us on this journey are experiencing this or at a point where we we need to know how to use those triggers to really support and help us. Um, as you know, I'm writing a book, and the triggers play a large part in the book.
Mm.
Journaling Journey Through Ascension and being the compassionate observer of our triggers and what that's telling us, and then how we can respond to those triggers in a way that assists our growth as well. So yeah, we've been really guided to come together because um, our work is in alignment, what we're doing both individually and in coming together in so many ways to hold space for women on this retreat.
And it's amazing how we're doing very similar stuff, and
Yeah,
we're across the world from each other.
yeah. We're getting similar guidance, and we come on, don't we, and chat, and you're giving the guidance, and I'm like, oh, I was told that. It's just like, it's like, okay. But a lot of light workers are finding the same thing, aren't we're receiving a lot of the same guidance. We're very well supported, which is great.
Yes, they're definitely putting it into the ether.
Yeah, so, I'm really, really looking forward to, getting to know the women coming on to the retreat and to spending quality time together and, yeah, it's like a team.
It really is.
Yeah. We're putting
Yeah,
it together, but it's going to be a team once we set those intentions and then off we go. And lots of time to rest because we never get a chance to stop. Um, and that's so important talking about this divine inner love and that connection that we started with, that peace. And that I've called my first book The Gateway to the Soul because that peace in the present moment, that's where we come to this place of divine inner love, where we first started on this live, isn't it? So there'll be plenty opportunity for that space and that peace, um,
slow.
for the women to, yeah, to reflect and grow and to integrate. Because sometimes retreats can be very kind of like back to back and you're doing lots and lots of things and you don't get time for that. And in actual fact, that's a really important part of it. And the environment just really facilitates that as well.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm,
So I'm really looking forward to just kind of having a really relaxing time.
yes. Yeah. Powerful.
Yes, spending lots of time in the sun and just enjoying each other's company.
Very, very, very much so. Very much. And I'm having fun.
Yes,
you know, we're
enjoying
going
each
to have
other.
fun.
Yes, because women, we deserve that. We deserve that. A lot of times we're caregivers and we're taking care of other people, but just for a couple days, it's nice to just take care of ourselves and nourish ourselves.
Especially with that food,
Yes,
because we
yes,
deserve that as well, don't we? So,
yes.
there's been times in my life, and there still is, where I suddenly say, "Hey, wait a minute." And it's loving yourself enough to say, "No, I'm creating this space to eat nourishing food and take care of my body." Um, and that's important as well because I don't know about you, Christina, but I've spent most of my life just rushing around and not having
Mhm.
chance to eat properly. So that's part of this divine inner love, this beautiful connection with ourselves and with our physical body, and being in that space where you want to look after your physical body. You love it so much that you want to nourish it. You want it to rest. You want to feed it beautiful foods. Um, it's an important part of it.
Yeah, there's been quite a few years where I would skip meals or I would rush because I was taking care of other people or I was too busy working, whatever the case was. And so I was telling one of my students how I'm really looking forward to just eating these high fruits and vegetables and sitting in the sun and doing these activations and swimming, just,
Yeah,
and spending time with these other people
yeah,
that have like-minded
yeah. And
intentions.
we're even going to do some dancing. But
I know, I'm looking
it will be
forward to that
dancing from
too.
the soul. And it doesn't matter, it's not dancing as in the need to feel you have to do steps or move in a certain way. Again, it's about connecting with our body and literally embracing our body and giving thanks for it and celebrating ourselves. And connecting with it in a way that we start to move that in a way that feels good, a way that feels really good in a body that is absolutely amazing. And again, that's something I could never say before. You know, it's taken a long time for me. This morning, I'll share something with you. I was having a shower and I actually found myself going, hmm, I really like you. You know, on my body, I was like, oh, I really like you. I love you. I could never have said that before. Never. Um, so yeah, it's this retreat will bring what it's meant to bring for each woman attending, and they'll receive what they need to receive wherever they're at with their growth and their journey, and they'll receive that in a very safe space where we will nourish them. We will nourish them and nurture them because that's part of it as well. Um, but from that, where the point they're at now with this divine inner love and the activations and the workshops and the space to just be, even though it's just for a short length of time, it's going to be huge in terms of the impact it makes on their growth. And we've got such a powerful year 2024 coming in that I think it's just an amazing way to start the year. Um,
I usually feel the impact from these retreats weeks and weeks later.
yeah,
They usually, it usually takes quite a while to really, it always has these ripple effects. And it's not just me, like my students feel it too because they remark on it, you know. There's a huge ripple effect afterwards. I always contact the people after the retreat because as they go home, it's almost like an integration factor because we go so high up vibrational wise at the retreats that it's almost like you have to integrate back to your normal life again.
but it's
So,
really important, isn't it, that what happens in the retreat, it's not a case of then going home, it's a case of that being integrated. And as it is integrated, that does feed through, again, like we said at the beginning of this live, the changes we make within do literally change us within, but then they ripple outwards and into our lives in a positive way, especially some of the things that we've been guided to share with them in the workshops and the impact that that will have on their lives as well.
oh yeah, there's possibility of having like um, going through a quantum leap when
Yes,
you go to
definitely.
these because you can go up so much and with you putting new intentions out there, it's very easy to do.
Yeah, yeah. Those intentions that the women bring are I think that that's the most powerful part of the process, isn't it? Those intentions. And then the rest of the stuff is powerful and magic. And yeah, we deserve it.
Yeah,
Every woman coming to that retreat deserves it.
yeah, because the rest of it is just holding space for
Yeah,
them
yes,
to have those intentions go through.
yeah.
And it's beautiful. I love watching that happen. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you are very powerful healer, Christina.
Well, so are
And
you.
and yeah, I've got a lot of admiration for you and the
Well,
work
thank
that you
you.
do with people. And
Thank you.
yes,
I
this
love
is going to be
watching
so
you
lovely.
your work as well.
Thank you.
So, I'm looking forward to seeing you in person.
Yeah, I mean,
So
we've done a lot together online, haven't we? And that's powerful. So can you imagine when we get together how beautiful it's going to be? And each woman coming on the retreat brings their power and their strength and their beauty and their magic as well. Wow.
our heart space is so powerful, and when we all get together in our heart space, it's just
Yeah,
magical.
yeah,
I love
yeah. It's going to be lovely.
yes. So,
Thank you, Mia, for bringing us together.
yes, and happy winter solstice.
Yes, a very, very happy solstice to you. Lots of blessings, beautiful, beautiful blessings.
Yes.
And then everyone listening, just give yourself that time to go inwards and reflect. And yeah, give yourself that time. And so we will come together again for another live after Christmas.
Sounds good.
And I look forward to it, Christina. It's lovely
I look
seeing
forward
you.
to it as well.
Yeah. See you then. Bye.